Hey Neo fam, the market is closed. I wanted to get another video out. I did drop one earlier today. And by the way, it's about 4 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Earlier today, I dropped a video and shared just one data point. Essentially, in the earnings, NIO let us know that they're expecting over 34,000 deliveries in this month of September, perhaps up to almost 39,000. So that's the guideline range. Then for the fourth quarter, they're hoping to do delivery numbers of 50,000 per month with a goal of break even in the fourth quarter. But let's talk about today's price action, because with earnings and coming off of a long weekend, I expected volatility, especially with what we did end up seeing from NIO, which was a new monthly delivery record over the long weekend before the US markets were open. Here's what we saw pre-market on the right-hand side. There were a couple of things that stood out to me. By the way, the 4 a.m., this is the 4 a.m., it was green this morning. That's just one of the 5-minute incremental windows I've been tracking, Eastern time, by the way, for the tracking on the data. And then this was the 8 o'clock one, big red. We're going to talk about that. And actually, I've broken it down with what we saw, well, what we couldn't see, but what happened in the dark pool. So I'll show you that in just a second. This one is one that I mentioned before, because this had a range, this 5-minute incremental window, which was about 5:30 Eastern time AM. And this was a range of, the low was $5.02 and the high was $6.53. But that was actually not in the dark pool. So that's why I decided to pull up the dark pool data. And here's what it looked like. When we, and this is, by the way, the same chart just blown up, and the blue lines up top represent the dark pool trading. That's why I say this one was in the dark pool, this one was not. So this is the one that I decided to take a little bit further on and look at in depth. Out of the, let's see, the total volume for this 5-minute window was 9.7 million shares traded, and 4.69 million were down in the dark pool. Here is what that looks like when we scroll down to, and these timeframes are very, this is essentially, this could be high frequency algorithmic trading as fast as this was happening if you look at the timestamps over here. But the part that I wanted to highlight and why I've got this queued up is, if you'll note, over $1 range changing with these small trade numbers on the buy and sell side of things. And then I just wanted to refresh your memory, or if you weren't aware of it, well, there is a bit of a history here with a certain company that I have called a suspicious short that is also a market maker. In the past, they have been known to incorrectly mark orders as short or long. And basically for over, in this scenario, it was a 5-year period, the SEC determined that they incorrectly marked millions of orders. So perhaps it was just an honest mistake. I don't know. But if you want me to offer, I am willing to, matter of fact, let me pull this up. This is the recent uptrend that we're still in for NIO stock. If you want, I will offer both the bull thesis for why we could see NIO stock break up to $7.21. And if we do, it could even move, maybe even quickly, up to $15. But to the downside, we could also see the bear thesis, let's say, play out, and kind of the things that I would expect to see for either of these things to happen. And the bear side, I would say we would see NIO stock would probably drop below the $5.21 level. This is not using your conventional TA. This is basically, these are the 3 short-term stock price indicators that I've been using for NIO stock, and they've been pretty accurate the last couple of years. So if you want to drop it in the comments, let me know you want me to do a video on that, and I will. And in the meantime, I still have to review the earnings transcript. So I'll come back with more content in the next day or two. Hopefully Wednesday I can get a video out. But this is, signing out Tuesday, just after 4 p.m. Central Time. Have a great night, day, morning, whenever you see this. I'll see y'all again very soon.